Hello and welcome to Petra Publications. I'm Davis, and today we are going to be reviewing The Upper Room by J.C. Ryle. And if you've been following my channel, you know that we've been looking at a lot of Ryle recently. We're just basically going to go through his works as best we can and review them. And so before we start, everything that I'm going to be talking about will be linked down below. Whether it's a book or a resource, it will be down in the description. So if you're interested in something like that, you can find that down there. Now, The Upper Room is a book that consists of 407 pages. It is cloth bound. It is published by the Banner of Truth, and it matches the rest of Ryle's work that has been published from them. Absolutely fantastic books. It is also available in paperback, and I have been waiting for the cloth bound version to come out. I didn't want to buy the paperback one. But we finally have it available to us. Thank you, Banner of Truth, for publishing that. Very thankful for that. But I'll link both of those down below. The author, J.C. Ryle, was born in 1816 and died in 1900. Since we've done a lot of Ryle on this channel already, I'm not going to talk a lot about him. But there's a link down below that is a Google Doc of his life that I've mapped out for you. It's not completely accurate, but it is available if you're interested in that. This is the last book that Ryle published, and it was published 2 years before he died. And basically, he said, I want to publish this before I die, and I know that I can't expect myself to publish much or to write much more than this. And so this is a compilation of sermons and lectures and papers that he wrote. Very fantastic stuff. In my opinion, it would contain some of his best work that he ever wrote. Let me read the titles of these chapters here for you. It consists of They Went Up into an Upper Room, Luke, the Beloved Physician, Simplicity in Preaching, which is a really great one, Foundation Truths, The Good Way, One Blood, Let Any Man Come, Victory, Athens, Portraits, To Whom, Our Profession, Many, Without Clouds, The Lord's Garden, The Duties of Parents, The Rights and Duties of Lay Churchmen, Questions about Regeneration, Thoughts for Young Men, Questions about the Lord's Supper, and Four Kings. Now, some of these chapters, if you will, were actually published in some of Ryle's previous works. For instance, this is just one that I have written down. I'm pretty sure there were multiple of this. But Let Any Man Come, that's chapter 7 in this book, is also Holiness, chapter 17. So some things were repeated. Still worth getting the book, though, even though some of those chapters are in other books. Let's see here. Would I buy this book? Absolutely. I absolutely would buy this book. As I've said previously, this contains some of Ryle's best work, and some of those things would include Simplicity in Preaching. That's a fantastic chapter about how to preach, and it even goes into how Ryle prepares his sermons, which is fascinating to me and something I would like to study a little bit more in depth if I could. Duties to Parents. That is another really great book. Book chapter. It's also published in a paperback. That's a great one. I know I don't have children yet, but what a great source of wisdom. And just like to think about, okay, when I am a parent, this is what I should be thinking about. This is how I should be treating them and why I should be treating them that way. They're very, very helpful book. And then the last one that is just amazing is Thoughts for Young Men. And that book I have read about 6 times, also published in a little paperback volume. But it is absolutely just amazing. And me and some other young men on Fridays have been going through that book and just spending an hour just going through one section at a time. Okay, what does this mean? What does this look like? How do we apply this? What would this look like in today's world versus his world? But it's so similar now. Everything that he says is applicable to today in that, and there's so much wisdom there. And I truly believe that if people would read that book, it would save young men so much trouble, so much pain. It would just put them in a much better position. And so I try to give a copy of that book to every young man that comes across my path, and try to encourage them to read it. Let's see here. Yes. So there are two things, two of the last 3 chapters here. Last 4 chapters, I'm sorry. Questions about regeneration. That is basically a catechism on regeneration. Let's see here, page 303. And it's really neat. This is a catechism based upon the Church of England's position of regeneration. But a lot of it can be quoted and used in that way. There are, 25 questions that he answers, all relating to the Church of England's position on regeneration, but it's still very good and very true. Great doctrine there. He does quote a lot of, the prayer book or the homilies, that kind of stuff, but it doesn't change the fact that what he's saying is true. So I think if we read that and acquainted ourselves with those truths, we would be able to understand regeneration a lot better. And he does the same thing about the Lord's Supper on page 369. Let's see here. And this one absolutely blew me away. Again, from the Church of England viewpoint, but still really, really good. 51 questions that Ryle asks and answers in several paragraph form. And massive, massive work there. But again, if we were to study those things and understand, okay, this is the Church of England's position, this is, sort of go between, is this what the Bible teaches, is this just more what the Church of England teaches? I should just be saying Anglican, but really great stuff there. So to wrap this up, I know this wasn't exactly a long video, didn't really need to be for this one. Is this worth buying, knowing that there are things that are copied in it and that kind of stuff? I would say absolutely. I am so pumped that this came out in cloth binding. That will last you a lifetime. That will be something that you can pass down to your kids. I just splashed that all over me. But, I think I would absolutely buy it again. All of Ryle. Seriously, check out Ryle. If you don't know anything of Ryle, you might want to start with Holiness. That's his most famous work. But The Upper Room is also definitely another great option. Very applicable to Christian life today. And I hope that this video was helpful to you in some shape, way, or form. And if it was, please let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate that. If you have any questions further on this book or anything else, I'd be happy to answer those for you. You can reach out to me either via the comments below, or I have a website. My email is listed. Both the email and my website are listed down below in the description. You can reach out to me privately that way if you wish. I think that is all. Thanks so much for watching. And if my camera battery will hold up for one more minute, I'm going to try to shoot one more video today. But hopefully, Lord willing, I will see you again very soon. Bye.